We're going to be setting up base number 2, and we're going to actually be going into the in-game content. So I'm just going to walk through like the steps that you need to take to kind of automate your base. This can apply to new players and advanced players too if you're looking to get into the factory lines and building out a really incredible base. Alright, so one of the biggest things is actually going to be location. Now, I went around the map, I scoped out quite a few different areas that I thought would be a good base location. I actually ended up choosing over here by the tower of the Free Pal Alliance, because just a little bit north and you've got the Ice Mountain, and a little bit east and you've got the PIDF tower entrance, and then obviously down here you've got the volcano land. But I just really like this location. So honestly, there's resources everywhere you can pick based off of, based off if it has a ton of ore. But realistically, just choose a location that you like. This one is on the side of a cliff, and my coordinates are 6780 if you guys like this location as well. But when you're choosing a location, the biggest thing is really just make sure you have enough room, because you'll notice here, if I go over to the edge, once you place your PAL box, there's actually a blue perimeter that spawns, and it only spawns after you place it. And you can see how big this area is, and even still I've got room over there, and even still I've got room over there on the edge where it kind of cut off, and then down here it actually goes and starts going downhill. So make sure you get a super wide open territory so that you've actually got plenty of room and you're not kind of limiting yourself. Now step 1 to actually building it is, first off, you want to upgrade your first village to at least level 10, I believe, is when you get the ability to get a second maxed base. And all that means is I can actually pull all of my pals from one base to the other. So easily, instead of like having to transport them or like pick them up, put them in my party and manually deposit them, I can literally just open my PAL box, and I've got every single one of my pals right here that I can pull out and put to work easily. That's going to save us a ton of time. Now, the second thing is we're going to need resources to start the automation process. The first thing we need is wood and stone. So the easiest way that I can do this is you actually want to place a large crate, or just the largest crate that you can place, right next to your PAL box. And now what you're going to want to do is you can actually fast travel between your bases. So I'm going to go back to my first base here, and I can go over here and grab a good amount of stone. Alright, so I can carry about 300 stone with all the other BS I've got in here. Now you're just going to want to run back and teleport back. Then as soon as we land, just drop everything in the crate. You don't need, even if you have like 5,000 stone, you don't need to transport every piece of it, right? We've got 346 stone. It's plenty enough to like start the rock mine. And then we just need some wood. So I'm going to go back and grab a good stack of wood here. 200 should be fine. And then let's roll. Yeah, these guys can deal with the raid on their own. Let's go ahead and head back now that we got some wood and palladium. Palladium. Throw that in the chest, and we should, if I'm not mistaken, be able to, yes. Alright, we can build the stone and logging site. Now I'm starting with the logging site and the stone pit because these are the two most crucial foundational resources that you need. And once we get those rolling and some food, like, the base is pretty much good to go, and then we just need to focus on getting some iron. Perfect. Alright, now we can go ahead and bring out some guys to start working on this for us. Now, I mean, we're in a good position here. The only thing we're missing is the food. We got 2 people on mining, 2 people on wood, and we got 2 people going around to gather everything. So now we're pretty much rolling. They'll keep collecting stone and wood. Now we've got unlimited of those resources. Now we just need to make sure that they have food. Get this freaking body out of here. Now, one thing I've noticed is when you're setting up your food and your feeding pit, you want to like put everything pretty close together because they're gonna travel, right? I mean, if they're working, every little bit of speed counts. So I'm just gonna set up the food like right behind them here. So I'll just set up the food here right behind them. Alright, go ahead and finish our second berry plantation here, and then we're gonna basically have everything we need. Let's grab a pal that can actually plant stuff. We'll just use the goo moss. And then we need some that can water. There we go. We now have unlimited food, unlimited wood, and unlimited stone. My goal is this is gonna be my in-game base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start setting up the spheres. I'm going to need some fences as well because these bees keep coming over here and self-destructing themselves. Super annoying. But let's get some beds for our pals first so they're not complaining. Alright, now we get the beds rolling for these guys. You can see pals without beds are stressed. We don't want these guys stressed. We want them working. Yeah, we need a lot more cloth, so we're gonna have to go with some straw pal beds for now. We can always break these later. Now, one thing you're really gonna need is either a hot spring or a high quality hot spring. I'm gonna go with the high quality one because it works better and it keeps these guys in good shape where they continue working. So we'll just plot this down over here. These are the things that keep the pals happy. You can't make them do too much slave labor without them getting a little upset and stressed. So we'll give them a nice little bath every now and then. All right, we're looking pretty good here, guys. We pretty much got everything. We got the beds for them. We got some food being made. We got the spring. We got unlimited wood and stone. And then really we need to start getting some power, and we need to build a house for ourselves. And then we're gonna need some assembly lines to really kick this thing off. So the assembly production we will put over here. And here we can make the rocket launchers, the double barrel shotguns, and all of the metal equipment. We can make the ammo. Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna need some electricity as well. Go ahead and get some electricity going for our assembly lines. Alright, let these guys get us some power here. And now we can actually craft everything we need. And then I need a quick bed here so we can skip the nighttime. Oh, we actually need a home. And then I will be building my house over here. Alright, now we've got a pretty nice little cozy home. Let's get a nice bed in here. Sleep the night away. Once you get the production lines, the game is basically rolling and you are on the path for the end game. Now, this is the final base that I built. I just put up some extremely simple walls so that the bees and the creatures would quit getting inside. I was tired of them detonating and blowing up my pals. But you know what they say, the best form of defense is offense. And that is why I have set up my base here with some of the strongest pals in the entire game. But this is basically my in-game base. I've got everything that you could need to craft the highest end gear and items, and I've got some of the best pals in the game. So from here, my biggest goal is to go and finish off the final bosses. But what you guys need for your final goal is to level up, man. So go ahead and check out this video right here I made about 5 ways to level up extremely fast. Check it out, I'll wait.